Hello, my name is Ashley, this is Fae Horatos, and welcome back. So, it's a vlog today. This facial expression is not about the vlog, it's about what I have to do in about an hour. But, here we go. It is Tuesday today, and today and tomorrow are two very rat-heavy, exciting days. As you can probably tell from the title of this video, there's a lot going on. So today, my ratto Cinna, I'm going to post a video, I'm going to put it here, to show you, is going to the vet for surgery. Because he has this like really big lump underneath his neck. We're hoping that it's an abscess that they can just clean out, but it could be a tumour because of how it feels. We found this on Friday evening. Thankfully the vets were still open and they got us in for a consult. But today is Tuesday and yesterday was a bank holiday, so this is the soonest they could do the surgery. So that's happening today, so I have to drop him off. Then I'm going to be on the trains all day today, picking up rats, taking rats places, and picking up some new baby boys for myself, which is really exciting. I've not had baby boys since this time last year, which is crazy. All the rats I've got in the last year have been girls. So we're going to be doing that. Tomorrow is also an exciting day. 2 other rats are coming to stay with us for the rest of the days. And they're rats you probably know already. That has been decided for quite a while. So let's get into it. So this is the hospital cage that I've set up for Cinna. Depending on what happens, I may or may not have to use it. But it's basically one of those hamster cages from Pets at Home. Hello. I've got a cardboard box in there with a hammock on the bottom so he has somewhere soft to sleep, and a chew toy. This was made by Jess's Rats, who is Dumpling Rats. It did have nuts on it. That's why there's a little bit of wire left, but it's a really cute, like, mobile. I think this is a really lovely toy. So this is his hospital cage. We're going to go to the vet and hope for the best. So, whenever I take my rats to the vet, because I get taxis, I always have them in a bag, because sometimes even when I book a pet taxi, a pet-friendly taxi, they still have problems. So I just don't tell them, because it's not fun. So with him, he's obviously going in the carrier. I'm bringing some mix, a water bottle in case they have the facilities to put that on. I don't know what sort of like kennel situation they keep them in when they're like recovering and waiting for surgery. A little bit of Weight of Baby. This is the caramel flavour, and a little bowl, and some malt paste. So I'm hoping though everything will pretty smooth with that. It is, what time is it? Okay Google, what time is it? So I need to leave in about 10 minutes. The vet told me to get there for about 8:30 because the dogs and cats that come in for their surgeries, most of them are coming in at about 8, so to come in a bit later. So we're going to do that. I'm going to get my stuff together and get ready. I'm going to be taking a taxi there, so it's like the shortest, easiest, quickest journey for him. But I'm going to get a bus back just to save money, because I don't know how much this surgery is going to cost. And every little helps when it comes to rats this week. So I've just dropped him off. I don't know what it is, but when it's a vet or like one of the staff there that I've not had experience with or never met before, it gives me real anxiety. I'm assuming it's good, like the vet who's doing it, I have met him. It was just a different vet doing the intake. But yeah, be stressful. Yeah, I don't know why I'm so anxious about it. I've done surgery before. I think though the only surgery I've done before is Noosa. I've not done any other type of surgery on any of my rats. I've only done like routine neuter when they're like on the young side, like a year or younger. So yeah, it's giving me a lot of anxiety. Cinna's not super old, but he is 18 months at the beginning of September, so he's on the older side. So yeah, fingers crossed. I've got lots of things to do today, lots of lots of travelling and lots of things to show you and lots to keep me busy, so fingers crossed. So, I'm on my way. Well, I'm not. I'm getting ready to leave. But I'm going to bring this little bonding bag to hopefully have a bit of cuddles with my boys because I've got a little bit of time to hang out. Then I brought a show tank, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go cut up some cucumber to go in there. I've got a water bottle and some treats that I'm going to have for them as well. So, I'm going to repeat this because I don't know if I've said it, and if I have said it, then if I haven't said it, then it's not a repeat. But anyway, when I rescued those girls a while ago, their two sisters went to somebody else. I think I called them Sam in my video, and sadly, despite best efforts, one of them had a litter. And I've got the baby boys in here because Sam is keeping the baby girls to put with their group, and obviously they have boys. They don't have boys, so they can't keep these, and it works out really well with Hayley because she's got a litter that's pretty much the same age as them. So they're gonna go in with her litters, and she's gonna home them to her homes, and I'm hoping that I can get a bit of an update on them based on that. But they are in here. They're really cute. They've just turned 5 weeks, I think. Here they are. So we've got this one, I think is a black roan Dumbo. This is a Siamese roan, probably with top ears, this one. Then here we've got a Dumbo Siamese. This is what baby Siamese look like. And this one is probably a roan too, but could be some sort of capped, and he's black with top ears. So yeah, those are little guys. So,
next train to arrive at platform.
So, I'm at the station, going home. Got the boys here. I'll tell you all about them stuff when I get home. For now, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna pick Sinner up. He is awake apparently, and the vet's gonna go through everything with me when when I get there. So I'll update you with that later. So, he's awake, he's fine, everything went okay. Turns out, oh, there's a butterfly over there, that's very sweet. Turns out, it wasn't a tumour, and it wasn't an abscess. It was the secret third option, a cyst, which should mean that it doesn't come back, because once you remove the cyst, like capsule, there's nothing for it to, there's nothing to go back, so that's really good. Explains why it didn't feel like an abscess or a tumour. Well, it explains why it didn't feel like an abscess and why it felt a bit odd, didn't give me abscess vibes, because it wasn't. So that's really good news. He's got an opposite beard, so that's funny. When we get home, I've got to decide whether I'm going to put him in the hospital cage or I'm just going to put him back in the cage, because because of where the wound is. I'm not worried about it like opening and stuff. I might just do the hospital cage for one night until tomorrow, until I've seen him poo and pee and stuff. But yeah, all went really well. I'll show you his incision and stuff when I get home. Yeah. So here we have the boy. He's doing well. His incision looks good. I'm going to pop him in his hospital cage with some water and some Wee Up Baby. See if he can do some few poops. And once he's peed and pooped, then I'll put in a friend. And then tomorrow, I think I'll put him back in the main cage. Because one of the reasons why you put... Right, I'm going to put him in so he can settle down. Here we go. One of the reasons why you use a hospital cage is to limit movement so that the incision can heal. But because of where it is and how much loose skin is there, I don't think there's going to be a problem with like loose skin and the wound and stuff. So I'm just mixing the weight of baby powder with a bit of water to make it into like a porridgey consistency. There we go. Sin, do you want some of that? And then I'm going to give him his water bottle and leave him to settle, because I really want him to have company, but he needs to poo first. So here we go. So the boys are enjoying a little chicken treat. So the Siamese is as of yet unnamed, and this little man, I know his name, but once we've decided on both of their names, I'll tell you them and tell you all about them. But yeah, I'm so super excited. I don't know if I mentioned it, but these two babies are from Rainmaker, and it's been a while since I had any Rainmaker babies, and I haven't had any Rainmakers in my cage since Aldwin died, so it's really nice. Ignore this absolutely terrible angle, but it's the next day, as you can tell from it being light outside, and today is an exciting day and also kind of a sad day. So as you can probably tell from the title of this video, and you may already know from Instagram and things, I am going to be taking Emmyology, her last two rats, and this has been something that we've been speaking about for a while, since she sort of decided that rats just aren't for her anymore. And so obviously her older boy passed away, and yeah, it's really sad, but I feel so like honoured and grateful, I guess is the word, that she trusts me to look after them, and that like I was her first go-to in finding someone to take them. And yeah, it's a really, it's not the first time I've taken on rats for somebody who's stopping keeping rats. I've taken on 3 lone oldies in the past, and there's just something really heavy, but in a good way, of somebody trusting you with something like that. So yeah, I'm already quite emotional about it, because I know Emmy's my friend, and I know that it's a really hard decision that she made, and it's the right one for many reasons, but it's a really hard decision for her. So yeah, we're also going to go for a walk in the woods. I need to collect some bramble for my stick insect, so there's that, and we're going to go out for lunch as well. So it's not going to be a wholly sad day, but yeah, it's just really, this is Asriel. He's been keeping Cinna company, because Cinna did do a poo last night before I went to sleep, so he has some company now. I think I'm probably going to put Cinna back in the main cage either tonight or tomorrow. I struggle always with this, like putting them back in a cage at the right time after a surgery, because you don't want them to stay in a hospital cage longer than they need to, but you also don't want them to go in. Oh, you smell really nice. You don't want them to go into the main cage and then that sort of like exertion impact the wound. So I think possibly I'll give him another day. But yeah, so he's doing well. He's had his first dose of pain meds this morning. I'll try and film him getting his this evening. But yeah, it's going to be a day full of emotion in many senses of the word. Yeah. So I'm just waiting for Emmy to get here, and I've just done my anxiety clean mopped the floors. I don't think Evie's going to care if my floor is mopped or not, but my brain told me to do it, so I did it. Yeah. I always do this when people come over. Like, I know they don't actually care, but I get, like, really stressed and just clean places. Like, even places they're not even going to go. Like, I mean, we don't really have that big of a flat, but you know what I mean. Hello. Oh, I'm gonna buy you some gardening gloves. Oh my goodness. Aww. Who's that?
What are you doing?
Are you being a good boy? Are you going to make a squeaky squeak? You did before. That was a little one.
Still, little friend.
He's Brooksing.
Upside down.
Yeah. You don't even need to get up to see it.
No, I can watch it from here.
She does such a cozy.
That's so cute. Is that his nose pointing this way?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's facing me.
his little back leg switching.
So Emmy has just gone. We had a nice time. We went out for lunch. We went to the Woods to pick some bramble for my stick insects. Tushy here, instead of saying goodbye to you, is trying to get some illegal free roam. It's really nice to see Emmy because I haven't seen her since we went to see Hunger Games in November. And yeah, I feel really like honoured that she trusted me with the boys. Try intros with them at the weekend next week because we've got the babies as well, so I'll do it all at once. I'm considering leaving Cinnamon in the hospital cage until those intros happen because then obviously he's still in a small environment. But yeah, that's the deal, and see you in the next clip. It's dinner time, Tiffin and Toast. Tiffin, do you want some dinner? Do you want some dinner, Tiffin? Here you go. What did you pick? You got a shredded wheat, didn't you? Or do you want something else now? Come on then. Oh, you spilled it. Toasty, do you want this pasta? Do you want this pasta, Toasty? Look. Thank you. Do you want it? Do you want the pasta? Toasty, we can't see you there. where have you gone? Where have you gone? Where have you gone? Good morning. So this morning I am going to Sainsbury's to get some mix ingredients because for the first time in a long while my mix ran out. I don't normally let that happen, but we had grain weevils in one of the base mixes and in the last batch of mix that I made, so I wanted to use it all up before making anything new. The base mix has been frozen, so the weevils are dead. I'm going to make a video about green weevils, so don't worry about that. But yeah, so I'm on the way to Sainsbury's and I thought I'd show you what I look for in mixed ingredients for the processed grain section and how I decide what I'm going to get. So I generally do these sort of alternative flour casters. So this one is made out of, where are the ingredients? This one is made out of red lentils. This one is good. Sorry, this one is good in the protein section. So we have the brown rice fusilli. They often also have a buckwheat penne as well, which they don't have today, but I do get that sometimes. So you've got options like porridge oats. One thing you need to check when you're looking for ingredients for the mix is you want to check how much sugar. This is especially true for cereals, and so in the per 100 grams, this is basically a percentage. You want it less than 5%. This one is 1.1. I've not done porridge oats in my mix before, so I think I'm going to give that a go. Into the trolley it goes. Also got other things like shredded wheat. This one is of sugars. This one is good. Shredded wheat, my boys and girls really like the shredded wheat. So you've got the own brand Maltese, but these ones are 10.6 grams of sugar. So these ones are not really good for the mix, though there are some brands, I think, of shreddies that are. And then we've got cornflakes. These are the cornflakes brand ones. Sugars is 8 grams, too much. Let's have a look at the own brand ones. So here we've got own brand cornflakes. This one is 4.9, so that one would be okay. What about the organic ones? The organic ones are 2.1. So these are better, but they're also double the price of the own brand ones. So the branded Rice Krispies are 7.9, but the own brand, let's see if these work, are 4.1. So these would also be okay. After the cereal aisle, you've also got where the crackers and the crisp breads are, and there are some good options here. So in the past I've used a bunch of these oat cakes, normally the plain ones, so like these plain ones, or these plain ones, or these plain ones, not the ones with Marmite in. I saw these the last time I was in here doing food shopping, and I'm quite curious about these, so I think I'm going to give these a go. Another one that's pretty good, not sort of the flavours like sweet onion and other things, but the original Ryvita and the multigrain and the pumpkin seed and oat, I use those too. And the last thing I'm going to get are rice cakes. So here we have a fresh batch. I haven't torn. Here we have a fresh batch of mix and some little snoots wanting to sniff the food. But yeah, this is what my mix looks like this month. I've decided to add in barley rings. I haven't used them for a long time, but a couple of my rats are rusty. I want to see if the copper content of these helps out. My rats didn't really like them, but it has been a while and I've got a lot of... The rats are a very different bunch than they used to be. So we'll see. But yeah, here's my mix. So, this is going to be the last clip of the video. And I'm going to introduce you to these two little ones. So, these two are from Rainmaker, and it's really sweet because we haven't had Rainmaker babies since we got Alduin and Bentham, and obviously Alduin and Bentham are gone now, and Rainmaker is a very special battery to me because of just how the Rainmaker was the first place I got ethically bred rats from, and really sort of showed me like the love of the fancy and everything. So it's really those rats are really special to me, and are one of the reasons why I wanted to start breeding, and the reason why I love shaded and all of that stuff. So it's really nice to get rats from Haley again. So I'm going to start with this guy. This guy is a red-eyed Siamese. He's going in my top. This guy is a red-eyed Siamese. He's a wriggler. He's a little bit bigger than his brother, who's in my top right now. And he is called Kiryu, which is from the game, one of the games that Rat Dad plays. He named him. He is in the game Yakuza, I think it's called, something about dragons, I don't know, it's got a couple of different names, they changed the names, and they're there in my top. And so his show name is Rainmaker, the Dragon of Dojima. I'm probably saying that wrong and Rat Dad is gonna like shout at me or something, but there he is, poking out of my top. That is Kiryu. He's a really sweet boy, really playful. He is super sweet, super playful. I've even got some clips of him giggling on the bat detector. I think I'll put those into this video. Now, this guy that I have to get out of my top. This guy is a variety that's not super common here in the UK at the moment, but it's one that's being worked on and getting a standard. It is the gene Tonkinese that is being worked on. Now this, and it works a bit similarly to Burmese without me going into a whole load of detail. He is a homozygous tonk, so he has 2 copies of the tonk gene, and he is a Guti based as well. He is a really pretty boy. Oh my god, you guys are so cute. I've not had baby boys for a year. This is amazing. I love them already so much. His name, this little guy who is a little bit shyer than Kiryu, his name is Grover. And not Grover from the Muppets, Grover from the Percy Jackson series. So Percy Jackson was a really important series to me. I read it when I was a kid. I also saw those terrible movie adaptations. And it's one of the reasons why I ended up studying what I did at university. I studied ancient languages at university. Kiryu? Where are you going, kind sir? Come here. Or go back in. Don't just go on an adventure, please. And so his show name, Grover is a character who is a satyr in that series. And so his show name is Rainmaker. There's half a goat in your pants. Which is a line that the main character says in the first book. He's sweet. He's super sweet as well. A little bit smaller than his brother. A little bit shyer, but they're both super confident and raring to go, and I'm so excited for their future here with me. Really super excited for their future here with me. Yeah, so I'm going to let them go in there and stop doing escapes, and I'm going to close out this video. So over here in this cage is Tiffin and Toast. They're sleeping at the moment, and they're also, as Emmy has probably said a lot on her channel, they're not really people rats, they're more like rats, which is okay. We've got plenty of rats for them to be friends with. So my plan for these 2 new sets of boys is to intro them to my boys probably this weekend. These guys are really mature, really big. I want to give these guys I want to give Tiffin and Toast a few days to settle, But then I want to get them straight into intros so that they can be in a bigger group, and that also makes good timing for Sinner and his recovery. So I'll put those guys, they've been away from the group for, they will have been away from the group for about a week, so that'll be a really great time to do re-intros on their front and get everyone there in together. I'm really hoping that these two new babies will start digging my soil again and running on the wheel again, because as I mentioned a lot, my book group is currently quite an old group of rats. Most of them are 18 months or older, and then 2 of them are just over 1, so that it's quite an older group than what I've had in the past, which is really nice, because in the past I've sadly had a lot of rats die quite young. But yeah, so that's the plan for that. I don't know whether I told you that Tiffin and Toast, they do have show names as well. So Tiffin's is going to be Endeavour Chocolate and Biscuits, and Toast is going to be Endeavour Toasted Bread. I'm not going to take Tiffin and Toast to a show because I don't think it's their bag, but all the rats that I have, as you know, have show names, so that will be theirs. And yeah, thanks very much for watching this vlog. I know it's super long. Thanks very much if any of you have come over from Emmy's channel, or are coming over because you're interested in these boys and you want to see how they get on. Thanks very much for that, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.